What happens next? Good morning, my friends, and welcome to Coffee Talk. I am your host, Roxanne Marbs, and today we're going to be talking about what happens next. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and surprise, Coach Chuck is going to be joining me today. I enjoy, it's going to get deep today, and I said, I think I need you with me to have this conversation. Do you know what's missing right now? Hump day! Good morning, my friends. Michelle, good morning. Chris, good morning. Chris, are you on your way to work? Or are you having the day off? What's going on? What's going on with you, my friend? Happy hump day. So, big news. This will be the last coffee talk that you get until Monday, November 8th. So, if you are missing coffee talk, you're going to have to go back and watch one of the other 400 episodes if you need a little coffee talk time. But I guarantee, go back to the beginning of 2020 and watch some of those. It may make you appreciate where we are today, my friends. Who else we got here? We've got Erica, happy hump day. Nikki, good morning. Lynn, good morning. Kylie, happy hump day. Charmaine, good morning. Karen, Lisa, Jenny, Chris, throwing that hamburger soup in the crock pot and heading out. I cannot wait to hear what you think of it. I loved it. Like, there have been a couple of the recipes we have made. I shouldn't say a couple, but I cannot wait to get back from vacation and start making more. Today we're doing it's the chicken. Well, it's the sausage and vegetables, a brand new one. So we buy the chicken sausages. It's got, I don't even know what it's got in it, but I love the sheet pan meals. Like, so freaking easy. My friends, my lady friends, my moms, if you are looking for easy meals, honestly, the sheet pan meals, other than the amount of time they have to be in the oven, are fantastic. So give them a try if you haven't yet. Kirsten is sitting on an airplane waiting to take off to Arizona. Go Pack Go. Have so much fun. I love Arizona. I love it. I love it. Kimberly, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Hootsack hump day. Chuck, yo. You never get on to say yo. What's going on? Kim, good morning. Molly, good morning. Mona, good morning. All right, my friends. What's the temperature here? We got a balmy 65. Hootsack, I can't wait to get back from vacation to cook. Said no one ever. Now, mind you, you will not see me while I'm on vacation. It's a little sad. You're going to miss, I'm going to miss all of the fun stuff that's happening in the groups. But when I go on vacation, I check out 100%. Coach Chuck will probably dabble in a little bit. I go off the grid. So I know you're going to miss me. I know you're going to miss me. But Monday the 8th, I come back in full force. But funny, the title of today's video is What Happens Next. We're going to talk about why I'm already thinking about Monday the 8th. Kirsten, I've never been there. Are you going hiking on any of the mountains? Bear Mountain. Did I ever tell you the story about Bear Mountain? All right. Do we have time for a quick story? Sure we do. All right. I have no gallbladder. That's going to be the premise of this story. So we go hiking. Our very first time, like going on a very long mountain hike. It takes 2.5 hours to get to the summit of this mountain. Two and a half hours. We've got our backpack. It's got our water and it's got a couple snacks. No toilet paper, nothing like that, because obviously there's a bathroom somewhere on this mountain, right? Wrong. So we get to the top of this mountain, and I don't know how I managed to not pee this whole time. Did I pee at all during that? I don't think so. Anyway, I eat a little bit of trail mix, maybe a half a protein bar. I don't even remember. We start the descent, not even 5 minutes down, and I feel the explosiveness needing to be released from my body. So I didn't have a choice. I went behind I don't even know, it was a bush, but there aren't really bushes up on the mountain, like everything is see-through. I had to exterminate the insides, and with no toilet paper, Coach Chuck gave me his t-shirt. So I left a little bit of Wisconsin up on Bear Mountain. So that may be a little too TMI. That's what you get when you're on Coffee Talk with Coach Roxanne.
So for all those husbands out there, I think I got a one-up on all you. I literally gave her the shirt off my back. I'll give the shirt off my back for my wife to wipe her booty. Yeah, so if you see, what is it? Was it the shredded cheddar run? That was me.
What was it?
The shredded cheddar was our half marathon.
It was our something cheese run.
So I was saying, I give my wife the shirt off my back. I can say that till the day.
I will never ever go unprepared ever again.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, seasoned hikers are probably like, you guys need biodegradable.
I didn't know it was going to be 5
paper.
hours. I thought that there would be a toilet someplace. I mean,
for
5
real,
hours.
it was like a state park. I'm like, they gotta have a porta potty, but then I thought, how would they get the porta potty hose up there? Don't they just dig holes up there for you to do your business in? Come on.
So
now.
Bear Mountain, Lori, got to give kudos to Chuck. Chuck, it's a painful nugget. Wow. I don't know. Is she talking about your nugget from yesterday? I don't really know what you're talking about, Lori. Do you?
I don't know.
It's a painful nugget.
I'm not sure what she's talking about.
Or are you just talking about
I'll take the compliment either way.
Kylie, 3 months ago on July 27th, Coffee Talk, you challenged us to do a check-in 3 months later. Today is that day. And I achieved my goal. You know what? I was going to put it in my calendar that day and I didn't, Kylie. What was your goal? I would like to know. And did anybody else in my Coffee Talk world take the challenge 3 months ago? I love that. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. I'm going to have to go back and watch my own Coffee Talk. Kirsten, not yet. I think we're ATVing tomorrow. I'm not in charge of plans. You are going to have a great time no matter what you do. Are you going to Sedona? There is a restaurant on a mountain overlooking things. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Ruth, good morning. Lori, hubby award for sure. Always take the TP. Yes, nugget from the.
That was I went super deep on the nugget. I
love it.
Super deep on that pain nugget.
Kylie, to keep up with the live workouts. You know what? I'm so proud of you. And can I just say, Kylie has her husband working out with her every day, right? Like I think maybe you said he missed one. Am I right on that? I'm super proud of you. Nice work, my friend. All right.
Just side note, I'm super excited about today's nugget. I'm talking about dog poop. So join me.
From wife poop to dog
I didn't even know that. That's a great setup. So at noon today, join me. I'm talking about how Sophie pooped on our carpet. And there's a lesson in that. There's a really good deep lesson. I'm so excited when my dog on my carpet. That's the title of today's. I thought we'd have some fun before we leave for vacation. All right, here we go.
All right. So the title of today's video is What Happens Next. But I want you to bear with me. There's a couple of things we're going to talk about before we get to that What Happens Next. So yesterday, there was a really great comment in one of our groups. One of our members said she was looking at other people's kind of steps and calories. And she said, why do I get the same amount of steps as you, but I'm not burning nearly as many calories? So I want to talk a little bit about that today because there are so many things. I think a lot of people wonder that. You get 10,000 steps, I get 10,000 steps, but you're burning like 500 or 600 calories more than me. How can that be? And it's based on a lot of things. It's based on your body composition. It's based on how much muscle you carry. It's based on your age. And not all steps are created equal. Some steps are for leisure. Some steps are walking. Some steps are cutting the grass. Some are jogging. Not all steps are created equal.
Keep going, Coach. We have a Chihuahua issue here.
Then the question came up, what should I eat then? Or how should I base my calories then, looking at what I'm doing? Now, that is not an easy question, but the answer requires another question. What's your goal? When you're looking at how much you're burning and wondering how much you should be eating, you have to ask yourself, what is your goal? Is your goal fat loss? Is your goal maintenance? Is your goal muscle gain and strength gain? Like, you have to be very clear on what your goal is. So now I could get really deep into this. We're not going to. That's where I'm going to stop that question that led Chuck and I into today's conversation. It was quite the rabbit hole of, we are all focused on our goal right now, right? Which is usually a weight goal, a fat loss goal, but there's no forward thinking into what happens after we achieve that goal? I'm going to let you take it away from there, Coach.
All right. Well, I think there's an interesting side to this conversation we haven't even talked about yet. And it will revolve around goals a little bit. But so where she was leading us to is it's important to have a target. Like, absolutely. Like, you should have a vision for what it is that you want to achieve. Otherwise, you're just wandering around, right? You're a ship without a rudder. In the Bible, they say a man without a vision will perish. I'm paraphrasing, right? So, like, that's important. Have a target, have a goal, have something that moves you towards something, right? But that becomes the finish line syndrome.
Right.
We get obsessed with the finish line. We get obsessed with how far away it is, and we get overwhelmed, and we just like, screw it. We get obsessed with, every single day, how close and close and close and close. We get obsessed with a lot of things about this finish line, and like, I can't wait to be done. I can't wait to cross it. Or I'm 10 miles away. Or yeah, I'm 1 mile away. I can't wait to just get there and cross the finish line.
I've been training for months. And this is my big moment.
It's your big moment. And you should, and then if you get the victory, it's, yes, celebrate that victory, but then it leads us back to, well, what's next then? Was it a one and done? Is it a one and done? Like, I'm going to do this race. I'm using an analogy here. Stay with me. I'm going to do this one race. And I just wanted to do that one race, just to do that one race and have the experience. For most of us, we know that's not what it is when it comes to our body. It's not like, well, I just want to lose this 10 pounds and I lost it. And that was fun. I'm just going to go back to doing whatever it was I was doing and be miserable and unhappy.
And so a lot of you have talked about that yo-yo, and I cannot tell you how many times we have helped clients get to their goal, right? They get to their goal, and then we don't see them. And all of a sudden, 6 months, 9 months, a year later, they're back and they say, I don't know what happened. Now they're in the same position and they have to try and get to that goal all over again. For women, there's no focus after the plan. There's no, what happens the day after you hit your goal? What happens the day after the challenge? What happens the day after vacation? What happens the day after a holiday? Are you forward thinking like that? Like Chuck and I are going on vacation, and that's why I'm already forward thinking. What's going to happen on Saturday morning once we're home? What's going to happen on Sunday? What's going to happen on Monday? If you don't have that plan, and that's where so many of you reach out to me and you're like, I went on vacation and I can't seem to find my motivation again. Like, you have to have that plan. Go and be in the moment of whatever it is that's happening. But know that when you get back, you have to be ready. You have to be prepared. Do you have the meat in the freezer to pull out and thaw? Do you have a cauliflower pizza so you know what you're having that night? Do you know when your first workout's going to be once you're back? Once you hit that goal, do you know what the next goal might be? Is it going to be to maintain? Is it going to be, okay, now that I hit my goal, now I want to put on a little bit of muscle?
All right, well, I'm going to take this way deeper. Okay, so strap yourself in here for just a moment.
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the running analogy, right? Here's an interesting concept. There are many people, myself included, this was me a while back, right? Was like, I want to run my first 5K, right? The goal was to run a race. Then it was, I want to do a 10K. The goal was to run a race. Stay with me. I'm not even to the main point yet. Then it was, I think I want to tackle a half marathon. I want to run a race, okay? Performance, 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 outcome, outcome, outcome. Never, here is the big lesson. Never once in that entire conversation and that entire time frame of like 2 years, never once, and here's the issue, and this is why I burned out on it. I wasn't married to it. Never once did I say, I want to be a runner. Because what does a runner do? They eat, sleep, live, dedicate themselves to their craft, to the training, to immersing themselves in that. So here's the kicker. Most of you on this call right now, on this live, all you've ever been your entire life is a perpetual goal outcome setter. You've only been a perpetual dieter. And you really get trapped in goals and they become these crazy, awkward obsessions. What you need to be obsessed with is health. Because what's the first 4 letters of health?
Heal.
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 The first 4 letters of health is heal. Maybe you have no idea how to set a health goal, but I'm going to tell you right now that if you do an annual physical, your goals should start out with looking at those numbers on your blood work, right? That's important. If you are motivated to lose weight, I get it. We all want to look good in our clothes. We want to be sexy. We want to be noticed by our significant others, and I understand that. However, right, it has a lot more to do with health and longevity, 100 times more than it has anything to do. If I'm going to lose weight, it's because I want to live a longer life. But I have to do a lot of switching. Most of you are listening to me right now and be like, this guy is cuckoo. What is health? I don't want to be healthy. I want to just get in those jeans. But that's the problem. That's
Right.
what you've been taught. That is the only thing we focus on. And then we're like, finish line, finish line, finish line, finish line. I just want those jeans. I just want 10 pounds. Why?
I just want to see that number on the scale. That's the number I was in high school. That's the number I was in college. That's the number I was when I married my husband. But there isn't anything that happens after that then. I've had people say to me, how have you been able to maintain what you accomplished for 15 years? Well, I never stopped chasing a goal. And some people are like, oh, I don't want to do this my whole life. This is lifestyle.
your life.
This is lifestyle. This is forever. My last note I wrote here, even though I'm jumping ahead, there is no end game. This is for life. At least it is for me. I want to make sure that when I'm 65 and 75, God willing, 85, that I am still able to get around. That what I'm doing now is building my body and my mind to have a healthier life as I age. That's why for me, there is never a finish line. There's never an end game. At the end of this challenge, the day after, what's the last day of this challenge of the 15 and 6?
It's the weekend before, I don't know.
So November 20th,
The weekend
something
before
like that.
Thanksgiving. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
I think it's November 20th. So I have a plan for that very next day. I don't stop because a challenge ends. I am giving everything I've got to this challenge, and then maybe I'll take a day, maybe, but then I'm right back on. I am not doing anything in this moment now that I cannot continue to do the day after the challenge is over, and
So-
I think that's where we have to forward think.
Again, this is gonna burn a little bit. This is going to burn a little bit, but that's good. That is the fire you need underneath your feet and your butt to understand that if you are looking forward to the end, you're getting it wrong. You will struggle. If all you're looking forward to is the weekend, if all you're looking forward to is the end of the challenge for the off week and the transition week, if you're waiting for it to be over, I'm going to tell you right now, I am going to advocate for you to keep pushing, but you have to take a moment to sit with that thought. Are you the person that waits for it to be over? If you wait for it to be over, you are going to struggle forever. You will be the person that is going to be beating your head into a brick wall, and you're going to remain frustrated. You will work. We all work hard. Just because you work hard doesn't mean you'll prosper.
Right.
It does not mean, because what you do, you'll build and burn and build and burn and build and burn and build and burn and build and burn. Because at your root, like, you need to think about what is at the root of what it is that you do and how you live. The 4 S's isn't something that I check off a checklist because I'm trying to meet some kind of, some kind of like protocol to lose body fat. It's who I am.
Right. Lynn said, same for me, never an end, though just once. It would be nice to not to have to work so hard. I feel that with every ounce of my body. As a female, 45, thyroid hormone, believe me, there are some days where I'm like, damn, I just want to have a donut. I just want to eat the pizza. I just want to have sushi. But I know at the end of the day, I don't really want those things. I just would like to know that I could do that and not see the changes in my body, not feel the fatigue, not feel the weight gain, but we just, we think it's hard because society has given us things that we shouldn't have had in the first place. They've given us simple foods, fast foods, sugar-filled foods that we never should have had.
Yeah, Lynn, my heart goes out to you, my friend, because I understand what you're saying. I totally get it, right? But exactly what she said. Society has made it easy to be fat and overweight and have cancer, and
so we think it's hard,
right,
to not be that.
Every potential obstacle that could be placed in front of a human being is in front of you right now. Alcohol everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so easy to access alcohol. Nothing about fast food is healthy. Sugar is in everything. Our jobs demand more than ever. You're burning out. You're overwhelmed. You're overworked. And in turn, we're overweight as a society. It's an epidemic.
Yeah, this is not how we were created to live.
No, we were hunter and gatherers. We weren't designed to sit in front of a computer for 12 hours a day and burn out and stress out and fill our faces with fast food and sugar and alcohol. That wasn't how we were designed. Yet this is the life we're living in. So it seems very difficult. And another point to what Lynn is saying, why a lot of us believe it's hard is because the only thing we've been taught, not only do we fall into these shoes, now in order to reverse out of that, we feel the only way to climb out of our darkness and our pit is that we have to binge diet. We have to beast mode crazy diets. And again, another form of no, you have to have the patience and the perseverance to keep going through. Like, it's a marathon after marathon. You can look at it two ways. It's marathon or it's a series of small sprints with breaks. And if you look at it as small sprints with breaks, definitely. But you're still getting better in your breaks. Even if you sprint breaks, like 21-day challenge, 21 on, 7 days off. Not 7 days, let's turn around and go backwards and be a sloth. It's 7 days of recovery and just making sure I'm ready to go again and go again and go again and go again.
Yeah.
So again, you need to give yourself an opportunity. I'm speaking to everybody here, an opportunity to make sure that there's a proper ebb and flow so that you don't get burned out on thinking that it has to be so hard all the time.
Right. Michelle said, I look forward to challenges because it helps me to keep doing what I'm doing, reinforcing the habits I'm developing. I love that. And I think, as you know, I love that. I think challenges, the way we're doing them, it's lifestyle, right? Where I've known so many people who will go hard. They'll beast mode a challenge. They'll beast mode it. Do everything they can to win a prize. And then the next day, they go right back to what they were doing the day before a challenge. I've seen it 1,000 times over. So doing it now and making it part of a lifestyle to keep you engaged, I love it. Ruth, yes. You know, I don't always want to, I say this all the time. I don't love getting into the kitchen and cooking. I don't love it, my friends. But I could take the easy route, right? I could take the easy route. I could call up, I could Uber Eat, I could do whatever, have the food delivered. You have to choose your hard. I would rather do the hard in the kitchen on my own than do the easy, order the food, and then try and figure out why my joints hurt, why my thyroid's out of whack, why my hair is falling out, why my skin doesn't look good, why I have no energy in my workouts. You have to choose your hard. Yep. Everything is hard. Nothing is easy. Getting up and going to work and earning that paycheck, it's hard. Is it easier to stay home?
Here's another example. Putting yourself in debt is really easy. Okay, how do I know that? And if you're logging off because this stings so much, I understand.
They're logging off because we're 20 minutes in.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're like, screw these guys, I don't like the way they talk, that's fine. We're not for you. It doesn't matter. You weren't meant to be here anyways. That's fine. But I had to learn these lessons. We're trying to paint the picture. I've spent 21 years figuring this out, and I'm still figuring it out, and we're applying these principles, and I have been $65,000 in debt. Getting in debt was easy.
Yeah.
Getting in debt was easy. You know how easy it is? Here, let me take this card. Here, let me sign up for this. Here, let me go, buy this stuff to make me feel good. Getting in debt is like, hold on. I need the floor for a second. Getting in debt is like, fast food, bam, pizza, bam, alcohol, bam. Oh, I'm feeling sorry for myself. Let me go buy some more stuff. I'm feeling sorry. Let me go eat 25 cookies because this is what I've done. $65,000 in debt. Even some of that debt was from my college education, an investment. It still sucked because it was debt. It took me a long time to get out of debt. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? Getting out of debt was what? Tough. You know what's even harder? Getting to $0 in debt and building wealth. Not only just building wealth. It's not like I'm going to say, well, I want $50,000 in the bank and then I'm just going to be like good with it. We're talking about creating millions of dollars of wealth so that we can live our golden years in retirement. So it just went, 50 grand, I'm good. You never stop. And it's tough and it's a challenge and you have to be forward thinking and what's the next game and what's the next game and what's the next game and what's the next game. I don't ever want to go back to debt. And I want to keep building for the future. Your body is the same way.
Yep.
Getting out of debt is effing hard.
Yep.
Hard. It's tough. And then you get to this point, this is the whole conversation. And then I become what? Debt free. You hit your goal of whatever, weight loss, right? Like, coach, I was 225 pounds and I wanted to be 185. I hit it. Then what? What is next? This is the conversation. What is next? It doesn't become about a scale goal. That was just the scale was just to get me out of debt. Now, wealth is health. Wealth is health. It's the 4 S's. It's the sleeping. It's the stretching. It's the supplements. It's working on reducing stress. It's training with weights twice a week for the rest of your life. It's about getting my steps in every single day. It's about building a portfolio of recipes. It's about teaching our kids. It's about not sedating with alcohol, still learning how if I want to enjoy a glass here and there. It's about having a dessert for Christmas and not having to binge my face off in order to enjoy a dessert. I'm out of here. I'm done.
Well, my comments really is now, what I was going to say is it's really,
I just needed the floor for a second.
One of the toughest things to do is to say no. You know, in this journey, when we're trying to achieve our goals and somebody invites us out, it's hard to say no, right? It's the same thing with the budget. I've spent all the money from my paycheck.
It is hard to say no.
I've spent all the money from my paycheck, but my girls want to go out and have a
Credit
wine
card.
night. Yes. Yes, well, you know what? I might not have anything left in I'll just put this one thing on my credit card, and then it happens again and again and again. Why? Because it was so damn easy. It was so easy.
What if every time you were going to say yes to that credit card, God came down and did this? Well, I'm just going to have that. I could.
All right. Oh, don't.
No, I'm just saying, like, what if that happened? That's kind of the deal, right?
I might have to cut you.
What? Oh, is that too loud?
Oh, all right.
Our message must be resonating. We just lost 7 people.
No, it's because it's 25 minutes in. Debbie said, absolutely. Lori said, this chat is a keeper. So my friends, again, this is it. This is where we're going to end it. We are going to be gone for the next, I don't know, however,
We'll
10
be back
days.
on the 8th.
Back on Monday the 8th. You have one more
Join
nugget.
me for our dog poop noon nugget today.
You guys are the best. And honestly, if you're feeling like you just need a little nugget, go back and watch one of the 400. And with Coach Chucks, we have probably 700 messages out there. Go back and watch something. Find something. Who cares what it's about? Keep filling your mind with positive notes, my friends. Positive thoughts.
And
positive things.
Yes, and this Saturday we will be with you, all right? We have something called a premiere. We have a premiere boot camp. So it's a brand new boot camp. It's our Spooky Saturday. It'll run live. So guys, join us. We'll be with you there on the Facebook fan page. So don't miss out just because we're going to be on a vacay. Join us for Spooky Saturday. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's brand new content. So join us at 7:30 a.m. live, 7:30 Central this Saturday. You'll love it. It's super fun. Thank you so much, Michelle. All right, my friends, we love you all. We're going to miss you like crazy. We will see you back here on Monday the 8th. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Goodbye, my friends.